Good afternoon, people of the grid. It's Thursday. My day here in Vancouver is done, and because where we were hanging out doing our sessions is so close to the what do they call that? The train the Sky Train that goes to the airport. I'm going to take the Sky Train up. It's like a fraction of the price of a cab or an Uber, and it's a short walk away. So I get a walk outside. I actually get to look at it's the ocean out here. It's kind of the marina area for all of these condos that you see around me. Like, there are some awesome condos here. Check out the marina. Whoa. So I don't see any catamarans out there. That's what I want. I want a catamaran. Mostly just yachts and cruising boats and fishing boats and super yachts. All very nice, mind you. But I'm more of a catamaran kind of guy. I think one day I'd like to live on a catamaran. We'll see if we ever make that dream come true. I'd really like to. Boy, it sure looks nice out on the water. We used to scuba dive out off the coast here many moons ago. Well, I'm here at the airport, but my plane has maintenance issues, so they've delayed the flight by about an hour, which means I'm going to find a spot to sit down and plug in. I'm going to grab a snack. See, this is where one of my travel tips, you got to travel with snacks. You got to be covered. You got to make sure you got enough food to cover you for at least a couple hours, because you might actually be sitting on the plane and get delayed. You know, we're waiting for luggage, we're waiting to taxi, we're waiting because the engine just fell off. You want to have a snack to cover you. So I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go get a bite to eat, get some snacks, and then I'll be snack safe. Well, there you go. I dropped off the Light Runner and I'm picking up Cora, Tammy's Model X, to head home in. See, we had a service done on the Model S this morning. So last night Tammy came in and swapped vehicles, took a fully charged Model S home, and now I'm taking a fully charged Model X home, which is pretty cool. So, you know, I was at the Vancouver airport, and of course, as usual, well, it's not usual, but it happened this time. My flight was delayed. And the snacks, the granola bars, saved my life. Actually, I was in the airport terminal, so I could have gone and grabbed more food, but it was nice to have snacks because I had snacks. And so I waited it out. It was delayed about an hour and a half at the end of it. And then we lined up, and we were supposed to leave at, I don't know when it was, but we were about 15 minutes late leaving because people weren't there, and then they were checking people in, and by the time, it was just a It was a mess. Back here, Tammy got the Model S fixed this morning. Like I said, we had two things that were done on the car. We had a 12-volt battery notice that had popped up. Not sure why, just saying 12-volt battery needs to be replaced. So it's pretty clear what you needed. And then my passenger side door handle wasn't presenting in the back. I had that problem on the front door. We had fixed it. And on the back door, it just came up. So they had a ranger come out to the house and do it, which was kind of weird, but it worked well. And I'll maybe do a separate video on this, but the 12-volt battery, when they installed it a year ago, and it was just under a year ago that we had upgraded to our second 12-volt battery. So I guess we ran the car for 4 years, just under 4 years, and then we had to replace the battery. And then a year goes by, almost, just under a year, and it's saying it needs to be replaced. Well, apparently, when you swap the battery in a Tesla Model S, and I imagine it's the same with all of them, the technician has to go in the service module and tell the car exactly what type of battery it is, the normal voltage, the nominal, the high, the low, because if they don't do that, the car will get to a certain point with the battery and say, I don't know what type of battery it is, so I'm going to assume the worst case, and it throws a flag saying you need to replace it. So what the tech did was basically reset the flag and tell the car exactly what type of 12-volt battery we had. Thought that was interesting. The handle, there's two things that can go wrong with the handle. If it's major, they got to take out the whole unit and replace it. It's like $750, including labor, something like that. If it's just a little micro switch and paddle gear, it's a tiny little gear and maybe a nut that they replace, it's next to nothing. And that's what happened with ours. So the door itself was like $8, the parts in the handle, and it was about altogether it was just under $130. So not bad. Year 5, almost. We're just about at 5 years now with the Tesla Model S, and really being minimal for maintenance. Okay, so I'm gonna get myself home, and I'll probably catch up with you guys tomorrow. Tonight was a travel night. Today was awesome, by the way, in Vancouver. Even though it rained outside, we had a great event, and that's that. So catch you tomorrow. Mike out.